Is it changing rooms or r/changing room?
Arm/changing rooms. What? Wait, share your screen. Share your screen. Share your screen.
I saw the nice fit one.
Let me see if you're in the right one.
I did.
Oh no.
Isn't it great? This is disturbing, dude.
Like, why is this a subreddit? Wait, scroll up. Scroll up. I want to see if you're in the right one. Yeah, you're in the right one.
These aren't that bad.
Yours. Do you want to see mine?
Kind of.
Do you want to see mine? Mine are really bad, man.
We're doing unnerving images that we found on the internet, which means it's not a cursed image and it's not like a terrifying picture. It's just unsettling, and it's the best that the internet has to offer.
I could just scroll through this entire subreddit and be
Yeah, and I can scroll
covered.
through this video. Do you want to see this video?
I'm kind of
Dude,
worried.
it's a great video. By the way, credit to the dude. Alright, here we go.
What the? Is this the entire video?
No, it gets better.
This actually worries me. Oh god. Why the Minecraft? No. The witch music.
This one, this is the one that I don't like.
Why do these
I
exist?
don't know, dude. It's so great.
See, I think what worries me is like where who had the time to edit these, or if they're even edited at all. Like,
I don't. Yeah, because you gotta think about it too. The guy who did these, if they are fake, is. I forgot that was a thing. It actually scared me a little bit.
oh, the music doesn't help either. Oh, I don't like that.
It's like you can just barely see its face, and
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
smiling
like it.
through the pain that I'm experiencing. This is
I
not-
definitely don't like that. I don't like how they're looking through the windows. I don't like that at all.
Ew! Ew! I actually don't like that at all. I want to pause it and get it off of my screen. This is a classic. It's a mosquito. It's even singing in mosquito. Okay, can you tell me what's wrong with this picture?
I don't like that.
There's nothing inherently wrong with it, but it looks like there's a giant tree monster.
Yeah, that's what it is. I didn't even see that. Who has the time to make this? And like the want?
I don't know, dude. I just thought it was good. It's just unnerving images. All right, let's go to yours now. I think. I think we should look at yours.
Okay. Do I just
Slide
share
it in.
links somehow?
Yeah, just like copy the image and put it into Discord, because you can just copy and paste it. Oh no. Ah! I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I mean, I know what it is. I know what it is, and it isn't scary, but I'm gonna die now, and it's your fault. I just wanted to point that out. You're the only person to blame for this, it's you. This is your fault.
Is it though?
Yeah, you've summoned a demon into my freaking Discord. The same energy comes from this one.
Ah.
I think this one honestly has worse energy than Momo, but like, you feel the same like sense of dread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I got
ain't
one for
sleeping
you.
like for weeks after this. This is color me intrigued, Daddy. That's the one from the video.
Is it really one from the
It's the
video?
second
I wasn't
one.
even paying attention.
It's the second one, dude.
I didn't even recognize that it was the same thing.
I don't like
makes
that
sense.
one. That one makes me uncomfortable. Hey, wait. I meet your unnerving image, and I raise you.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Ah!
The sad thing is I have to look at these like twice because I have to edit it later, and I don't like that at all. Really, this makes me feel very uncomfortable to say.
You have to open that photo. Open that photo, and you'll understand why it's.
Open the photo. Okay, well I see the girl. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Look at her eyes.
Yeah, it's a camera thing.
Oh god. It's blurry. I swear to God. Okay.
Wait,
let me
that
fix that.
makes me uncomfortable. Why is it blurry? Can I put this on YouTube?
Yeah, but it's just makes me very
my
uncomfortable. I don't like it at all.
Dude, this
Here,
one
I'll
right
give you
here,
another unnerving one.
This one kicks me. I don't understand why. It just is weird. It has a weird energy to it. Dude, what the freaking... There's like cheese or something in the teeth. And at the veins, I don't like it. It's gross. Wait, Dad.
It's quite uncomfortable.
This isn't unnerving. This is just sex on a public transportation.
That's just a wee bit concerning.
The dude, the homeboy, the legend of the hour.
What?
The guy in the blue shirt who's sitting next to the girl.
Yeah.
He's not having any.
Okay, I'm done scrolling through here. Let's see what we got in here.
Mickey Mouse has a vasectomy. There's a lot going on in this image.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in this image. I don't like that.
You zoom in and you realize, dude.
Wait, I have to zoom in on it?
Look, if you look in the very back behind the wall, there's a dude.
Oh my god, there's a dude there.
Yeah.
I am smiling through the pain right. This is like
It's
this is intense
terrifying.
actually. I don't like this. Oh my god. Did you want to sleep tonight? I probably should have asked you this before I said, "Hey, did you want to record?"
Nah. What is this?
Dude, this one finna would make Liam cry.
Oh god, that's freaky.
It's a moth. Well, we could turn this into a story time if you wanted to.
Nah, I'm good. Story time is worse. I don't know if I want to.
I was 6. Oh wait, no. When I was 6, my mom and dad took me and my younger sister to the Major League Baseball game, leaving my grandmother to babysit my youngest sister. When we got back, my grandmother told my folks that 2 guys had come by the house with photography equipment and asked whether a young girl with red curly hair lived there, and that they had spotted her and that they thought she would be a great child model for some advertising work they were doing. When my grandmother said she wasn't home, they said they would come back another time. My grandmother and my mom didn't think much about it, but my dad said something's not right here and called the police. About 15 minutes later, several FBI agents showed up and began conducting interviews with my grandmother and my parents while I ran around and showed the agents my Matchbox. Showed the agents my Matchbox police helicopter. Turns out we had been targeted by a child theft ring. The photographers would take a bunch of photos and wait until the toddler threw a tantrum, and the photographers would then ask the mother to go grab a toy to keep the child entertained. While the mother was out of the room, they would grab the child and bolt, leaving everything else behind. The FBI told my folks that my sister had already been sold and would have been out of the country within 24 hours if they had got her. We were advised to change preschools and other aspects of our daily routine. It still gives me chills to think about what could have happened to her. Needless to say, Mom became pretty overprotective, and it was a few years before she even trusted us with a babysitter. Dude, that is absolutely disturbing.
That is really here. I got let's see. Okay, well, I'll read this.
Okay, read me the story, Daddy.
The first time was an accident. We were fighting. All couples fight, but this was different. Lucy was screaming at me, waving her hands in my face, pounding my chest with her hands. Was it my fault there had been layoffs at work? Was it my fault that she was too lazy to try and get a job herself? I was on the computer all day, from morning to night, job searching. And I was the stupid one. I was the failure. I wrapped my hands around her flat, fleshy throat, and I squeezed. Just a little, not even hard. All I wanted was for her to shut up. I just wanted some peace and quiet for once. She stopped screaming. I took Lucy's head in my hands and I told her I didn't mean it. Told her I was sorry. Asked her to please wake up. She didn't. I panicked. I took the body into the backyard and buried it in the flower beds. Resting amongst her beloved rose bushes. Lucy might have found that poetic. I went back inside and puked into the kitchen sink. I had no plan, no cover story. Some nosy neighbor might have spotted me digging or heard Lucy screaming. I spent most of the afternoon alternating between the bottom of a bottle and sitting on my bed sobbing, waiting to hear sirens. I downed half a bottle of pills only to throw them up minutes later. I was losing my mind. At some point, I must have passed out from exhaustion. The next morning, I awoke to the smell of frying bacon. You can't possibly imagine my surprise when I walked downstairs to find Lucy waiting for me, alive and well, not a scratch on her. I couldn't believe my eyes. At first, I thought the events of the previous day had just been a terrible nightmare. I sat down at the kitchen table, torn between shock and overpowering relief, as my wife set a steaming plate of pancakes down in front of me. She went on and on about some nonsense she had seen on TV the other day, and I nodded along absent-mindedly. Everything seemed normal. I almost fell for it. I hadn't touched my food. Something about the lingering image, real or not, of burying the dead corpse of my wife had robbed me of my appetite. Lucy kept encouraging me to eat, but I just wasn't in the mood. However, I noticed that she wasn't eating either. I commented on it, but she just kept rambling on about TV like she hadn't heard me. Finally, I decided that I needed to get back to work searching for jobs. I stood up from my uneaten breakfast, waving off Lucy's protests, and started for the living room. On the way, I stopped to grab a beer from the fridge. As I went to throw the cap away, I noticed a shiny bottle in the trash can. Rat poison was written on the label. Wondering where Lucy had seen rats in the house, I turned to ask her, just in time to see her lunging towards me with a knife. I don't completely remember what happened next. There was a struggle. The next thing I knew, I was standing over the body of my wife, who lay motionless on the kitchen floor. My arms and wrists were covered in cuts, but the knife was buried in the stomach of Lucy. Blood was everywhere. I checked for a pulse, but she was gone. For the second time, I had murdered my wife. As I tried to staunch the flow of my own blood, I was terrified. What was going on? Why had Lucy tried to kill me? Didn't she know that I had already killed her? After I bandaged my arms, I checked the pancakes on the kitchen table. I couldn't tell for sure, but after cutting them open and examining them closer, I thought I could smell a faint trace of rat poison. I was unsure what to do now. I almost called the police. But then I realized the body was gone. Blood still covered the kitchen, but there was no sign of Lucy. I searched the entire house, wondering if she had somehow managed to survive and crawl up, but there was no sign of her. The next morning, Lucy was sleeping peacefully next to me in the bed when I awoke. Again, no wounds, no sign of injury at all. In fact, she looked beautiful. More beautiful than she had in years. Her eyes opened. "Good morning, honey," she said, smiling. "I have a present for you." She went to reach for something next to the bed. I grabbed my pillow and smashed it down over her face. I held it there long after her frantic movements had ceased. After I was certain she was dead, I looked at what she had been reaching for. A loaded gun lay on the nightstand. I took a shovel out to the backyard. I tore up the flower beds as fast as I could. Soon, I found what I was looking for. Lucy's rotty, decomposing face grinned up at me. Maggots wriggled over her, and the stench was overwhelming. She had been dead for days. I covered my face in my hands and screamed. I have killed my wife 12 times. Every morning she returns, tormenting me. I haven't slept, haven't left the house. She could be waiting around any corner, watching, awaiting her vengeance. Please stop, Lucy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Please just stay dead.
Yeah, okay.
The end.
That was good. That was good. I'm not sleeping like ever for the rest of the day. Alright, I guess that's gonna do it, dude. This has been freaking disturbing shit on the internet. What do I call this title of the shit?
Just disturbing. Not sleeping for the next 3 months.
Ooh, making sacrifices for the sake of views. No sleep edition. Sacrifices must be made. Alright. Good night, Daddy. I'm gonna miss you.
Good night. Try to go to sleep.
No hue.
Okay. New joint, but I'll always be the satin wizard, basking in the heat like lizard, even though my flow's a blizzard. Come over, watch him master in his natural habitat. It's high noon, since the deal I flaming bullets from the gat, coming at you from every side of Lincoln Park. So even if you were challenged, you can't dodge that. Android Ignite, Temple in the mini chat, and with Moe ice shot permanently like a tap. Folk in my inbox trying to get collab.